Hello, my dear students. Welcome for the online classes. Today we are going to start with the new lesson of geography: land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife resources. Student, in the first lesson, you have studied about resources. That is, what are resources and the types of resources. In types of resources, when we talk about natural resources, that is air, water, soil and mineral resources, children, these resources are available to us by the nature. But land is also an important factor where soil and minerals are found. So children, in this lesson, we are going to study about the natural resources like land, water, soil, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. How these resources are distributed on the earth surface, how they are used and how to conserve these resources. First of all, let us study about land. Resources which are available on land are called land resources. Land is one of the most important natural resource. It covers only about 30% of the total area of the earth surface, and all parts of this small percentage are not habited. Land resources includes natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, transport and communication. Moreover, most of our basic needs like food, clothing and shelter comes from land. Therefore, careful use of land is necessary. As India is a country with major landforms, land resources in India includes 43% of plains, 30% of mountains and 21% of plateaus. Most of the plains consist of agricultural land and industries. Mountains provide spot for tourism and perennial flow of rivers. Plateaus are rich source of minerals, fuels and forest. We see uneven distribution of population in different parts of the world because of varied characteristics of land and climate. Means what, children? Varied characteristics of land means the geographical factors also affects the habitation of people. The areas with the suitable conditions are thickly populated. For example, northern parts of India is thickly populated as the northern plains have fertile soil which makes agricultural activities easy, and also plain areas are suitable for human settlement in terms of transport and communication. Whereas areas with the steep slopes, desert areas are sparsely populated because the living conditions are totally different here. So students, these are the reasons why land resources are unevenly distributed. Now let us see how the land resources are utilized for the different purposes. Children, land is used for the various purposes such as agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, road and setting up of industries. And this is commonly known as or termed as land use. The use of the land is determined by the physical factor such as topography, soil, climate, minerals and availability of water. The land use is mostly affected by these factors. Human factors such as population and technology are also the important determinants of the land use pattern. These are the two factors which are very important for the land use. Land can be classified on the basis of the ownership. Now children, the land is used by the two is used on the basis of ownership also, as private land and community land. Private land is owned by the individuals, whereas community land is owned by the community for the common uses like collection of fodder, fruits, nuts, or the medicinal herbs. For example, children, the people who build the houses on the land can be said to be the private land, and the community land means the natural vegetation, the forest areas which are used for the fruits, nuts, or the medicinal herbs. Such lands are called the community land. These community lands are also called the common property resources, means the resources which are used commonly for the people are called common property resources, and the land which is used for the personal use is called the private land. This is about the private land and the community land. Now people and their demand are ever growing. Children, day by day our population is increasing, but the availability of the land is limited. The quality of the land also differs from place to place. People started encroaching the common land to build up the commercial areas, housing complexes in the urban areas, and to expand the agricultural land in the rural areas. And as the population is increasing, the quality of the land is also degrading day by day. And today, the vast changes in the land use pattern also reflects the cultural changes in our society. Land degradation, landslides, soil erosion, desertification are the major threat to the environment because of the expansion of agriculture and the construction activities. Now, as these factors take place, the environment is also affected. And so children, this is about the land use. Now children, the last point in land we are going to study is the conservation of the land resources. Degradation of the land resources include the continuous use of land for the long period without taking appropriate measures to conserve it. Processing of the minerals like limestone in the industries produce dust which slows down the process of infiltration of water in soil, thereby degrading the land. Waste material from industries causes land as well as water pollution. And so children, the preventive measures should be taken for the conservation of the land resources. Now, some of the preservative measures are afforestation. Okay, the forest should not be cleared for the land use. Then the proper management of the grazing or control on the overgrazing. The land is used for the grazing, and so the overgrazing should be stopped. Planting of the shelter belt of plants, then stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes, proper management of waste land, control of mining activities, and the last one is the proper discharge and the disposal of the industrial influence and the waste after treatment. These are the measures. Therefore, the present rate of the degradation of the land must be check, and the common methods should be used to conserve the land resources. So children, this is about the land as a resource. I hope you have understood the topic. Read the same topic from the textbook and try to understand the concept. Thank you.